When the facelifted version of the Audi A7 got unveiled back in 2015, I was stunned. To me, it was the most beautiful car in the world, and I was dreaming of owning one someday. Even right now, to my eyes, it is still the most beautifully designed vehicle there is, even compared to the newer version. So when I got the opportunity to purchase one, I did not hesitate. After several months of online research in listings, and based on the funds made available by my bank, I decided to go for a high mileage, one owner, clean Carfax 2016 Audi A7 3.0 Cheap Prestige with a tornado gray metallic exterior and a moon silver interior. Traveling to the US would be complicated and expensive, so I had a good friend of mine check it out for me. He drove 180 miles with his daughter and mom to get there, and when he saw the car, he was sold. He went on a test drive, recorded a few videos that he shared with me, and I was convinced too, so we bought it. $30,000 US. More expensive than I expected because of the used cars shortage in the US and higher prices.
Can you open the hood? I mean, let me get that. Okay. Can you put it up? Nice.
Yeah.
Tight. Packed.
Our detail guy doesn't clean the engine bay, so this is just how it came.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. You know all these basic controls? It's just, basic windows, child lock, here's your trunk, heated mirrors, foldable mirrors, memory seats, basic lock button, and it does have the blind spot monitoring. And then it doesn't have the actual thing that comes up. It's for safety, they just have it as a light.
Okay.
And then you look over here, you got all your light controls. You got, you can look over and pretty much figure it out pretty easily, but you do have night vision, you have fog lights, you got your rain lights, auto lights and everything. This is your your dash lights and everything. And then you can move up to here. You'll notice that it has adaptive cruise control.
Okay.
This is all your menu controls. You got heated steering wheel, navigation button. You got voice control. Of course, your windshield wipers and everything. And then you have your screen and over here. So if you want to start up the car real quick, show the screen coming out. Yep, so the screen comes out and up. It's got your basic FM, AM, and SAT for radio controls. And then, of course, it's got Bluetooth for your phone and for streaming. And if you look down there, you have a bunch of car controls. There's so many things that you can do. You see that little circle with the 4 buttons around it? Yep, those are going to be driving mode controls that you can adjust later. And then, of course, you have your this button right here, the A with the circle around it. Yep, that is it's a feature that when you come to a stop, if you're driving and you come to a red light or like a red light and you're going to wait there for a while, the car will notice you stopped and it'll automatically turn itself off to save you gas. And then as soon as you take your foot off the brake, the car will start driving again. And then you'll look here, you got heated, cooled seats on both sides. You got a heated, defrosted rear windshield. I want to see if this one has a, let me see. Yeah, so you have the adjustable rear wing and then you have the parking controls. And then you can control if you want your screen up or down.
Cool.
Yep.
And you have the massage ring in the seats?
I do not know. I can sit in with you. You want to put your legs in front of you real quick?
Yep.
Let me see. Yep. Massage seats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep. So you have quite a few options.
It's great.
You feel it?
I can feel it.
Exactly.
Feels good.
Yes, it sure does. Yeah. So It's really fully loaded. It's got all the
Yeah.
Nixon features that they offered. Of course, they have the sunroof also on this one.
Thank you, Martin.
No problem.
First one, how do you remove?
What are you trying to do? Yep. So this is manual. You can open
Oh,
this.
okay,
by
and then
hand.
it's
And
okay.
then
Good.
you can actually take the roof off with that.
Perfect.
About a month later, the car was ready to be shipped. Now I have to wait. Two months later, it got here. I went to see it myself for the first time. Let's meet Tornado. That is how I named it. It looks even better than I thought. The customs bill was salty though, equivalent to 10,000 US dollars, which makes it a total of 40,000 US dollars. Ouch! But it is totally worth it. This car looks unreal. What a beauty. After the car was cleared to leave the port, I drove it home, and on the way, I pushed it hard to see what it got. Throttle response and shifting was not so good. There has to be something wrong. When I got home, I started hearing a loud whistling noise from the engine bay. I was so disappointed. I hoped it was maybe because the car sat in the container for 2 months right after being washed, but the noise persisted and started getting louder the next day. My friend told me when he was driving the car for a month that the car was asking for engine oil. He was requested to top off the engine oil twice in less than 30 days. I do not know when the oil was last changed. I ordered genuine Audi oil and filters, but they were not delivered to me yet, so I did a preliminary oil without filter change with locally available synthetic oil to see if there would be any change. noise persisted. After researching the symptoms online, I found out that this could be caused by a bad oil separator, and a way to confirm it is to remove the oil cap or dipstick tube cap to see if the noise stops. I removed the dipstick tube cap. It did. Wow! I have a bad oil separator. This explains why the engine was consuming so much oil. This is something to be expected at such a high mileage. This car has already traveled 147,000 miles or 2,037,000 kilometers. However, I am very disappointed because I hoped I would be able to drive the car for a few years before thinking about starting to fix potential serious issues. In addition, replacing the oil separator on this car is very complicated. It is located in the valley of the V under the supercharger, then the lower intakes, then the fuel lines, and then a coolant pipe. My friend told me he did not experience any whistling noise when he was driving the car in the US. I should have told him to floor it when he was test driving. This would have made the car show potential issues. He just drove gracefully all the time until the car got shipped. The registration process of the car is still underway. It hasn't been issued a title and the license plate yet. I do not drive it to avoid causing more damage to the engine. I have had to take it to the registration office a few times for preliminary inspections, and I took the dipstick tube cap off to stop the noise every time, or else the car would get rejected. I just hope driving the car without the dipstick tube cap won't cause any issues. The dipstick tube is sucking in a lot of air, and air here is very humid. Meanwhile, I have proceeded to a proper oil and filter change with genuine Audi parts. At least, the high-quality oil from Audi would keep its lubricating properties for some time, despite all the humid air I am causing the engine to suck into the crankcase when driving back and forth from the registration office. I have done my research and ordered last week the necessary parts and tools needed to perform the oil separator replacement. With shipping and supply chain issues, they haven't been shipped yet, and the estimated date of expedition is unknown at this point. That's just great. This is bad for me, and I am frustrated. But it is good for this channel because repair videos of the A7 will start to be published sooner than expected.